All right, John Favreau, let's start the show.
Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we are discussing the trailers for Marry Me and Dog, plus the first two episodes of Hawkeye, and our Movie of the Week. I love you, man. I really do. Right, JV, how we doing, man?
Doing excellent, man. How about you?
Dude, still stuffed from all the sides.
Yeah. still eating them too, right?
Still eating them.
Leftovers for days. Leftovers for weeks.
Oh man, it was good.
Oh yeah, I had leftovers for lunch, to be honest with you.
I think I'm gonna skip Thanksgiving next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just lying to you, bro. It's my favorite holiday, man. I love that damn holiday.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen at all.
I mean, it's gonna slide right into Christmas, so it's fine. Thanksgiving dinner slide right into Christmas dinner. Christmas lunch, whichever you want to look at.
It's just magical every single time, man. All right, buddy. We got a few trailers, new ones. We got this Owen Wilson, J-Lo, Marry Me.
Yeah, man.
Talk to me about this.
Owen Wilson, man. He's living a good life here in this movie. It's kind of funny, like that concept of this guy just standing in the audience with a sign, right? You see this at like concerts all over the place.
Yeah.
Whether they're funny or whatever, he gets chosen to marry her on stage. Like every person's dream anytime they hold a sign up.
Yes. Yes.
Or just to get pointed at on the big screen. This dude gets to marry the star of the show.
Well, Javi, full disclosure, I've had I love you, Javi signs, and you never pointed at me, so at your concerts. So
I apologize. I'll get to you at the next one, man.
Look, I'm looking for a wink or something, you know what I mean?
It's just a nod, the eyebrow movement or something. I got you.
Give me the people's eyebrow or something, man. No, man, this is Owen Wilson, man, and I like that he's not just like that wow dude anymore. He's older, he's wiser, he's taken on better roles, and I think this fits like right up with what he's trying to do here. Where it's a comedy, it's a romance rom-com type thing, and just for him just kind of get thrown into this world, it almost reminded me, right after I finished watching the trailer, of Jason Segel's character in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like the beginning when they're showing that their relationship, and he's just like in the way at the photo shoots. They're like, dude, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Like that's kind of like the world that he's stepping into.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool, too. These aren't your two typical rom-com actors, right? I mean, I know Jennifer Lopez has been in some stuff like that, but Owen Wilson, man. I mean, all I do is see him from Wedding Crashers or what was one I just watched not too long ago, The Internship.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Good one. So I think seeing these two kind of collide in this type of movie, it's going to be one I'm going to want to watch. Not typically a rom-com guy, but I will definitely try to catch this one.
Good deal, man. Good deal. We'll make sure we go ahead and post this one on our social for everybody to check it out.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So, we got this guy and the Magic Mike, Channing Tatum, in the trailer for Dog. Now, when I first saw just the one shot, the poster of this movie, I did not know this trailer was going to give me all the feels. But it definitely did, man. You have this guy who is basically like a screw up, right? And he has like one more chance, and he has to deliver one of his the guys that he was in the military with's dog. Guy died. Got to deliver it to the funeral, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
And this dog is very ferocious towards him, and there's a lot of animosity. And he muzzles the dog, and it's really like funny and cute. I'm a sucker for anything with a dog in it, so pretty excited for this one, man. What were your thoughts?
I'm excited to see Shannon kind of a solo gig, right? We always see him in a duo, in a team with somebody, another comedian or something like that. We don't see him on his own much.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that side of him, like what he does on his own. And this trailer, he delivers some really good lines too.
He's an interesting actor. Obviously, he was like a model, dancer, stripper, and then turned actor. Very very typical for a lot of what happens in Hollywood, right?
Sounds like Clyde's biography.
I'm working on it. I'm still writing the final chapter. But there's times that he can be very like deadpan and not really deliver lines in his movies, but I feel like he's also matured. He's gotten better, and he definitely delivered here. And I think opposite of playing a dog the entire movie, it's interesting, and you have to bring your A game because you're not. It's going to be hard to feed off that dog. You know what I mean? Not everybody is going to give a stellar performance like Tom Hanks and Turner and Hooch, but this trailer looks good.
Yeah, just a solo performance like we talked about a few weeks ago with Matt Damon. Is it The Martian?
Oh yeah,
you really got to bring it, and this is a chance to do something like that.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be good. So we'll go ahead and drop this on our socials as well. Dog. All right, man. The moment we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner, Haley Steinfeld, Hawkeye. You caught the 2 first episodes?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, brother.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Christmas, man. Christmas time.
Let's go.
Love it. I love it. These first couple episodes, a lot happens. There is a lot that goes down right away. From, a bell tower being destroyed to apartments on fire, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. I'm looking forward to the next one because I really want to see like what is that next step that they're taking. With these shows, you never really know who's going to show up next.
Yeah.
And everything's so secretive. You just don't know. And I'm just ready to see the next one. I really want to know what's going to happen next.
That's what Marvel, Netflix, that's where like a lot of these studios are doing now, man. I think it's like that Netflix thing where you have to binge watch it because you just want to see what's next. It's those last like 2 or 3 minutes, right? There's so much happens in breakneck speed that you're like, oh my gosh, like I should go to sleep. I should go to work. I should go to church. I should go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get another episode in, right?
I got 4 seasons to go. And that's it.
Right? So these Disney Marvel shows are doing that exact same thing where there's those last couple of minutes and you're just like, oh gosh, this is a lot. And then a cliffhanger happens and you're just like, all right, well, gotta watch the next one. but the important, like, I want to talk about Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton Hawkeye. Like, this guy had a very interesting evolution in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Military man.
Yeah.
Soldier, friend, family man, and then like went rogue during the Infinity War, right? Like, just love seeing where he is right now, man. This is fun.
And we're really getting a Clint Barton show right now. This isn't Hawkeye right now. This is Clint and him dealing with his past, right? Yeah. Like you said, the Ronin situation, is dealing with that. Really direct backlash from that in his first couple episodes. But yeah, Clint, now we see that he's also got that hearing aid, another little part of the story.
Yeah.
I like how they kind of explain that.
Yeah.
It's just like 4 scenes, right? It's like 4 explosions is how they explain why he has a hearing aid.
That's just like, that's like excellent writing because like you don't want to see one of your heroes with a hearing aid, but you also have to remember this is a man of flesh and blood like you and I, and how he explained it in Age of Ultron. I'm just a guy with a bow and arrow, man, but I got to go out there and do my job, right? Like,
yeah. And he doesn't see himself as anything more than that either.
Exactly.
That's a real thing in this series. Like I said, that's Clinton Burton. He's not living it up as a superhero. He's just like, doing my job, guys.
So let me ask you this: off of these first 2 episodes here, what was your favorite scene? If you can narrow one down.
That's a hard thing to narrow down right off the top of my head, but I guess I'll have to say kind of the funnest one. I think was just the opening scene when we first see Kate Bishop and she's like shooting the arrows at the bell tower.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it's supposed to be so innocent and such, just like a little thing they're doing as a bet, and she destroys this thing with. That is a repercussion of an action that we love to see, right?
Yep.
like she does this, it destroys the bell tower. She gets kicked out of school, and her mom's like, "All right, well, I don't really enjoy having to pay for a bell tower and a clock that's irreplaceable."
Yeah, we got to give it up for Vera Farmiga, man. She's fantastic as the mom in here, yeah.
So, yeah, that first scene really sets the tone for her character. It's like she's rich, and she's just like, and I'm sorry is all she needs to have in order to get away with it. Is basically what it seemed like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
What about you?
The scene when he had to go collect the Ronin outfit, like, he's like, do I really have to do this? Like, do I really have to, like, well, I forgot what the it's like yelping or something. I forgot the name of it. But whatever he has to do to go to like that fantasy area where they're all playing in the park or whatever, you know, Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. I don't know.
LARPing.
That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah, live action role play.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good.
He's like, he fights through all these kids or whatever, and then he gets to the guy, and the guy's like, "Oh man, I'll give it to you, but like, we gotta fight, man. Like, how often do you get to fight a superhero, right?" Like,
yeah.
But like with Jeremy Renner's like Clint Barton, he's not having fun yet. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you saw Sam and Bucky eventually have fun, right? You saw Loki have fun in their series. Clint, he's gonna get there because obviously we saw all the previews. He's not there yet, though. Yeah. I think Kate is gonna bring that out in him.
Yeah,
but he's still not having fun. But he had like a little smirk on his face while he was doing this. You know, you can tell.
Well, yeah, he said he enjoyed it. I think he tells the guy that he enjoyed it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, it's kind of still in that phase of, oh man, I'm back in it. You know, he was trying to spend time with his family on Christmas, and now he's back on mission. Right?
Yep. I think this is a good series for us to kind of take week to week, man, unpack, talk about.
Oh, definitely.
It's just fun, guys. Definitely check out Hawkeye on Disney Plus. It's currently one of the more lighthearted Marvel Disney shows that we've seen, but it's definitely fun. So
this is going to ground us a little more than Black Widow did, you know, especially it being in our current time period of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you one I watched yesterday.
Talk to me.
You ever see the Matt Damon Downsizing? You ever watch that movie?
Yeah, man. That was an interesting movie. Yeah.
Hey, I watched it yesterday, man. And I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a weird but makes sense situation. And I didn't like plan on anything. I just saw it and I was like, oh, Matt Damon, let me watch this movie.
Yeah.
And me and the wife sat down and watched it. And it's funny. And it's really good story, but it's like a regular story, but the only thing is this guy ends up being small. It's the only real big difference.
But you know what? Like, the cool thing about it is, like, you think watching the trailer for that movie, Downsizing, you're thinking it's going to be one type of movie the entire way through. And it's like that for maybe the first, like, 30, 45 minutes. And it's a long movie, and the rest of the time they tackle a lot of like social economic issues. They tackle a lot of psychological issues with like different characters, and it's really introspective, right? Is what it is. But you're not expecting that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know what you'd call it, if it'd be a kind of racism, right? From like the large people to the small people. Mm-hmm. There's some things they hit there. It's a fairly deep movie.
Yeah.
But just with that interesting twist. I enjoyed it. I watched it yesterday. It was great.
We did as well, man. We actually had to watch it twice to fully understand what was going on. Because we caught some things the second time. We were like, oh, wow. Yeah, man. Downsizing, like, I slept on it. Didn't see it in the theaters. Saw it. It was on, like, I don't know, one of the streaming services. We caught it and was like, oh, okay. This is a solid flick, man. Highly recommend.
I watched like 18 other movies this weekend, but we'll move on.
I just want to say one thing, and we'll jump into our movie here. We're getting closer. Spider-Man, No Way Home. We're getting closer. All right. Yes. Super excited. By the time this pod drops, we're going to be in December. We're going to be like a week and a half away. Super excited.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and jump into our movie of the week here. We got, dude, love this movie. I Love You, Man. This one dropped in theaters back in 2009. A couple other movies that dropped that year is Push, The Lovely Bones, The Proposal, Gamer, Jennifer's Body, State of Play. That's a really good political thriller if you've never seen it. Obsessed. And one of my favorites of all time, Couples Retreat, man. Like,
yes. Yeah.
You want to check tape? Let's go check tape. Awesome, man. So, I Love You, Man was written and directed by John Hamburg.
This flick had a budget of $40 million and brought in $92.3 million at the box office. I'm going to hit our three main stars here because this is a humongous star list here.
You better say Lou Ferrigno or I'm dropping off this right now.
Oh, I'm just going to go.
I'm just messing with you.
Just actor. I'm going actor names. I'm not going to say everybody's character name.
Okay.
But we have Paul Rudd as Peter Clavin, Jason Segel as Sidney Fife, and Rashida Jones as Zoe Rice. That's going to be our three mains. The rest of this cast, man. Andy Samberg, J.K. Simmons, Jane Corton, Jamie Presley,
yeah,
John Favreau, Sarah Burns, Lou Ferrigno, your boy, Rob Hubel, Aziz Ansari, Nick Kroll, Mather Zickles, I think is how you pronounce that, Thomas Lennon, Rush, the whole band of Rush.
the entire band. Little Neil Peart in you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good. There's not one name on this list that's not awesome.
Just fantastic, man. Fantastic. All right, man. So, like you do every week, brother, go ahead and give us a quick synopsis so we can hop into this amazing movie.
Yeah, man. Peter Clavin, he comes to the realization after he gets engaged that he doesn't have any guy friends. Like, his only friend is his fiance. So he's got to figure out who his best man's going to be for this wedding. He goes on some man dates, and he meets Sydney at an open house for Lou Ferrigno. They hit it off pretty good, and this bromance starts to bring out a weird side of Peter that his fiance's never seen before.
Oh, yeah. Good deal. All right, man. So, yeah, let's hop right in this plot, brother. And you definitely laid it out perfectly for us. So we have Peter Clavin, Paul Rudd. He is a real estate broker, and opening of the movie gets engaged to the amazing Rashida Jones. She accepts, says yes, and off the bat, she's like, "Oh, who's going to be on your side of the wedding party?" And he's like, "Oh, crap!" All right, just off the bat, who are you gonna call right now about this? Aren't you excited? No, I don't really have anybody to really call, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What about, he's like, what about your guy from your friend from work? Yeah, I'll talk to him Monday when I get into work.
Yeah, man. So you can just tell, like, off the bat, the story that we're painting here is Peter is a girlfriend guy. And that's fine. There's plenty of guys like that. You probably know a bunch of dudes like that. I know a bunch of dudes like that. They're still our friend. It's just that they're not ones that we call, like, yo, man, let's go grab a beer and a burger, right? Like,
Yeah.
And that's explained when, he takes up fencing, right? And he's with the guys. And I love this part, right? It's just telling his story and, like, his backdrop. And they do it so perfectly, where they're like, "Oh yeah, man, what do you guys trying to get a beer and burger after fencing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're going up the Joshua Tree." Like, oh, cool.
Yep. Joshua Tree.
My favorite, and I have to spell this out, right? It's because Aziz Ansari's character is getting engaged. That's why they're going to Joshua Tree. And then when Peter's like, "Yeah, actually, it's cool because, like, I just got engaged myself," and Aziz Ansari is just like, "Wow, that's awesome for you, guy." Like, right? There's like little to no emotion about. Like, they're super excited to all go to Joshua Tree and go hang out and get drunk or whatever. But for Peter, it's not much.
Not worried about it. Yeah.
This movie, man, is just like the realest movie for guys that, like, I've ever seen in my life, bro. And it's just fantastic the way that is written and everything is portrayed, man.
Yeah, I love that he's so good at fencing as well.
He's actually badass at that, okay?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, he's really good at fencing, but nobody cares because they don't really. I guess they just don't really relate to him, and that's what makes it fantastic, especially that opening scene. So good.
And then we move forward through the plot. Like you said, he realizes, like, yeah, I have nobody in my wedding party. Decides to go out on some mandates, busted. Eventually meets a guy, and he's head over heels for her, right? Like, he's head over heels for this guy. And they hit it off, and things happen, and then the story kind of rolls on from there, man. The best thing I like about this entire plot, one, it's just real. It's just a very real story. Two, like, the main characters give it so much life, and I guess that goes with, like, my first point in regards to, man, like, we've all seen and been in scenarios that have taken place in this movie where it's so relatable. I love it, man. I love it. So,
yeah, I mean, just like just that awkward time, even like meeting new people, right?
Yeah,
especially now that we're older, we're not really in that place like where we were just all about it, right? You're always about, meeting new people, having fun, having a good time. Now, honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not all that worried about meeting a bunch of new people and all this stuff. This guy has to meet somebody like in a short amount of time. he become friends with them, so they can be in his. He has to find somebody to be his best man, and it's just like is a whole level of anxiety that I don't think I can handle.
Oh, dude. I just feel like it'll be my dad and my brother. Like that's my wedding party. So they'll either double up or triple up with girls, or you just get two bridesmaids. Like, it's simple as that. If I was in his shoes, so
that's a whole other good part of this thing too. Is like his dad and his brother. His dad's J.K. Simmons and Andy Samberg is his brother. When they're at dinner together, they're all talking, and his dad starts talking about his two best friends. Right, one's some guy he's worked with forever, and the other one's his son.
Hank Mardukas or something like that.
And it's just so solid. He's like, yeah, Hank, my best friend. My other one's Robbie here.
Oh, dude, it's just the best, man. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into these characters. And obviously, from the top, we got to talk about Paul Rudd. The very never-aging Paul Rudd as Peter Claving, man. Talk to me about him.
It's Paul Rudd, but his character is Peter Clavin. That the only difference between Paul Rudd and Peter Clavin is that he's marrying Rashida Jones as Zoe Rice, and he's a real estate investor or a real estate agent.
Yep.
Other than that, it's Paul Rudd, right?
100%.
We see Peter's very, driven to start his future. Right? That's the whole beginning of the movie. Even like when he's getting engaged, he's talking to her about this piece of property that he wants to invest in and develop. And then he wants to marry Zoe.
Yeah.
So a lot of big steps he's taken like right now. And that's kind of his whole thing through the movie, right? Is like he has to sell Lou Ferrigno's house so he can get the money. Once it's brought up that he needs to have a best man, he's right in on that, right? It's like, time to go. We got to find somebody. And when it comes back around to later on, it's the same thing. Everything he does in this movie is like he gets it done.
Yeah, man. Like, it takes a lot for somebody, even in your late 20s, 30s, let's just say the character is somewhere in that age. He's probably in his 30s, to, look internally and say, yeah, something's not right. And I'm getting married to this amazing woman, and I want the day to be perfect. She has like 19,000 bridesmaids. I gotta have a few dudes. I gotta have a few people lined up on my side there. That takes a lot, man. Because a lot of people would be like, screw it. Like I said, if it was just me, it'd be if I was in his shoes, if I didn't know you or JP or anybody, it'd be like, it'd be Brian, my father, and my brother Deshaun. That'd be my wedding party right there. But the fact that he takes the time to, introspective and actually put himself out there, right? Like you said, at this stage in the game, like, do we want to go and hang out with a bunch of dudes we barely know? No, we just don't. We're just not. That's just not comfortable for us anymore.
Yeah, and it's not like one of his friends is like, "Hey, come out with us." Three of us, and then the other two you may not know. Yeah, he's like on a one-on-one with Mel, right? Your picture's a little out of date, Mel.
When you start using the internet, just a couple years ago. Okay.
Yeah, you're really good at it. You're really good at it, Mel.
Yeah, man. So that brings me to those parts, right? The mandates are just perfect. Obviously, the dude that takes him to the Galaxy game, the soccer game. What's his name?
Lonnie.
Yeah, Lonnie. Joe Lutrugia, man, just great. Yeah. And then he goes with Mel, which is just...
Mel's cool.
Mel is super cool. And obviously the man that he decided to sit down, have a bottle of wine, steak, a good meal, and the dude basically just open mouth kisses him. Just fabulous.
That's it. Yeah. And then the long follow-up scene to that when he's back at home, getting in bed, it's like, you taste like an ashtray.
Have you been kissing somebody? No. Yeah, well, this guy straight open mouth kissed me.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Copy. Something that we never talk about are the amazing vehicles in these movies, man, that we watch. I mean, let's talk about our top faves, bro, for a second.
Yeah, man.
That Aston Martin DB5 from James Bond, acclaim, just fantastic. That 89 Batmobile. Tim Burton's Batmobile, Michael Keaton's Batmobile, just badass, iconic. You know, I'm not a muscle car type of guy, but Eleanor, that 67 Mustang Shelby GT500 from Gone in 60 Seconds. Whew.
You got me there.
Oh, that's a perfect car, man. You know, and probably super iconic, more than any of those other ones, is that DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future.
Yes.
Like, that was a character itself, and just fantastic, brother. Just classic dope vehicles that helped out their protagonists to get through their movie, man. What are some of your favorites?
Of course, the DeLorean. 100% agree with that one.
Oh, fantastic.
Mine are a lot of muscle cars, man. 1977 Pontiac Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit.
Fire.
Dom's 1970 Charger from the first Fast and the Furious. Interesting fact, I have a photo next to one of those cars that I took at Universal Studios when I was younger.
Ooh, nice.
1958 Plymouth Fury from Christine.
Ooh.
And that Ferrari 250 GT from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Dude, that one from Ferris Bueller's, man, is just fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite?
Well, it's going to definitely have to be Dom's Charger overall. Just American muscle. No matter where you go, these things make a statement.
Yeah.
What about you? Which one would you choose?
It's that DB5, man. It's the ultimate spy car. Like, I love James Bond. I always wanted to be a spy. You know, this car has pop-out gun barrels behind the front headlights, revolving license plate, a champagne cooler in the armrest, smoke screen, oil slick. This car just screams badassery, man. Like, I wouldn't use any of those things, but super cool.
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you have to have a license to kill to drive it?
You know what? You probably should. All right, team. So we want to hear about your favorite movie vehicles. You know the socials. Movie in a Pod on Facebook and at Movie in a Pod on Twitter and Instagram. But you know what? There's I also like it with Peter's characters when, you know, we'll jump into Sydney in a second, but Sydney actually brings out the guy in him, right? He's a very girlfriend guy. And I think every guy kind of has that balance, and it's how you teeter, right? You're almost on like a seesaw of like where you are, and it's very good to be obviously more towards the person that you love that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, but it's very healthy for you to also have those guy friends that you can lean into and just be guys with. And he finds that with him, and from the beginning of the movie, they're seeing when he's making the hot chocolate pirouettes things or whatever. You don't think that he has it in him to be like that type of guy. They look amazing, yes. But
so good at it.
you don't think he has that like dudes do that you just like roll around and just be guys and just dude out, right? But he does, and it takes a certain type of person to get that out of you, man. I watch this movie and I think of you and I, man. I think of like all of our close buddies that we grew up with and hang out with. We're like, there's certain guys that, you know, we can hang out with and we're just, you know, cool, whatever. And then there's guys that we can just bro out with, right? Like how many times have we?
You don't care. It just doesn't even matter what you talk about or what you say. It's just whatever.
How many hours did we spend on your couch playing Modern Warfare 3, drinking beer, you know, eating cookout, right? Like how many hours did we spend just duding out like that?
Oh yeah, that was a good chunk of my late teens, early 20s.
Right. And that's what we did. That's exactly what we did, man. So let's go ahead and hop over here to Jason Segel's Sidney Fife. This guy. Do we even know what this guy does for a living?
I don't know. All his money is, was it tied up in equities? Is that what he says?
His card says like investment something or whatever. But we really don't know what this guy does.
I mean, we know he has a little shack right there on the beach. Cool little house right off of, what is it, that Venice Beach or whatever? Is that what it was at?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he calls up Peter and he's like, "Hey, you want to meet me out at Venice Pier for lunch, or the Venice Boardwalk?"
Yeah.
And then he walks over there, walks his dog, and then he walks back to his house. So he's right there on it. But that's all we know, right? And we know he can buy billboards. He knows a guy.
He knows a guy who can buy billboards, yes.
So, yeah, his career is unknown right now from what I could tell from the movie.
But he is like, man, when I think of like Sidney Fife, man, I always try to think back to like our friends and everything and try to pinpoint. And he's like a couple of guys that we grew up with. I can't really pinpoint one, but I'm like, yep, parts of him are there. Parts of this guy is right here. And it's because like he's unabashed. He likes a certain type of woman and doesn't want to get out of that category for nothing, but he's down for his boys. You know what I mean? So like he's a couple of guys that we kind of grew up with in our 20s. Sidney's a cool guy. I don't think me and him would be friends, but he's perfect for like Peter's character. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing about it, man.
Very attached, right? He's like, him and Peter attach themselves to each other so hard.
Yeah, that's perfect way to say it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Peter's down to go chill with him whenever he can. Sidney's ready to party whenever Peter's ready to go, and that's it. That's all they do the rest of the movie.
And like, I think you appreciate it more than a lot of people who watch this movie. What really binds these two together, right? Obviously, it's the fish tacos. Duh. How many times do me and you go to Cabo Fish Taco and just drink and eat? Should we get a third order of fish tacos?
Yeah. Go ahead and start that fourth one, too.
Yes, we should. Don't forget about the jalapeno mashers, Javi, okay?
Yes. No, never forget about those.
Wait, are you telling me that we're at Cabo Fish Taco and you don't have jalapeno mashers on the menu? Okay, let's back up. Let's try this, okay? Do you have jalapenos? Yes. Okay. Do you have potatoes? Okay. Can you mash those potatoes? Okay. Cool. Do you have cheese to put it on top? Okay, perfect. Go make me some damn jalapeno mashers, please. Yeah. I can't eat those without my fish tacos, right?
You either put them together or just bring me 3 bowls and I'll handle it.
Exactly. I'll figure it out with damn
That's
stuff.
like $2 off your tip.
No, man, we spent so many hours eating and drinking, and we actually haven't been there in a while. We've also been to Cabo Fish Taco.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It has been a while.
We are due a visit, my man. So they're always busy. But no, man. These guys, they form their bond over their love of Rush, right? And they're both like, amateur musicians and love playing. Those scenes of them two together playing, some of my favorites of this movie, man.
Yeah, I mean, you just see two guys in it, right? Like, they go, this is something I talked to you about, my guys in 50 Flies, when we were all talking about creating music and having fun. It's like, it's about becoming one musician, right? It's about when that music's being created and you're having a good time, everybody's flowing. It's about being one band, one person. And that's what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
They are enjoying themselves so much that they are the same person. They are one person while they're jamming out to Rush. It's fantastic. And then also my favorite scenes as well.
Oh yeah, dude. Just good. But also you get a little bit about him, Ray. He has this little dog he's very unabashed, right? Like he has a station where he handles his business, right? And he doesn't put it away for company. Probably the cleanest way I'm going to say that.
There's no women allowed in the man cave, right? So
he's
fine.
good. He's good. He doesn't clean up after his dog, after the dog poop, and then yells at somebody who steps in it. He straight up tells Peter, "Yeah, I just had sex with that woman," right? Like, he's very like unabashed, and he's the opposite of Peter, but they're almost yin and yang. I think that's what I'm trying to say, right? They're almost yin and yang of each other, where they kind of fit together. They're like one guy, and that's, not to get like whatever, but that's a relationship, man. That's a friendship right there. Where even like me and you, we've been friends since high school. There's certain things that you bring to the table that I just don't possess. Attributes, skills, thoughts, and everything. And there's the same thing for me. And that's the yin and the yang of like us, right? And that's like how you build and keep long-lasting relationships. And I watch this movie and I think of us. Once again, not trying to you can hold back that tear, Javi. I see it coming down, bro. Hold that shit back. But I think of us and I'm like, yo, that's
it's one tear, right? Gangster.
I'm a gangster. But yeah, you have to, like, I look at this movie and I watch these two guys and I'm like, there's different things obviously that me and Javi like outside of these guys. But you can still see that dynamic. And I think that's a lot of relationships, even like female relationships as well, right? Like my wife has her friends and they have that yin and the yang quality and they kind of fit together into that yin and yang cookie. And that's their relationship, man. That's the story that like Hamburg really tells here. It's just fun, man. I know I keep using that word. It's just fun to see real life stuff unfold in a very hilarious way. All right, man. Talented. Rashida Jones, Zoe Rice. Talk to me.
On the flip side of Peter Clavin and, or Paul Rudd, great. She really matches his energy through most of these scenes.
Yeah.
A real, a good back and forth, right? He'll throw a joke. She'll say something back. He'll throw a joke. She got something to come back from. And a really good, believable relationship.
She's great in this role where she does kind of push him to go, hang out with these guys and go hang out with Sydney and everything. But you're right. Just like in your synopsis, she starts seeing a different side of him. And I think it's jealousy a little bit. She's used to him being a girlfriend guy and spending so much time with her, but he's kind of pulling away in a very healthy way, obviously. Nothing bad. He's just has a dude friend. I love this scene because Carmen says this to me all the time. You've been gone for 9 hours. What on earth were you doing, right? And I looked at Carmen last night we watched this movie. I'm like, how many times have you said that to me? She goes, 1,000,000 times, Clyde. I'm like,
what are you doing?
Like we're guys though. We literally can.
I'm at a Rush concert. Damn it!
Exactly. We're guys. I'm putting on a Rush concert. Damn it! We can sit there, talk, drink a couple beers in this bullshit for hours, and before we know, man, it's dark. Right? It's like, oh, dude, I got to go home and grade papers and shit. You know what I mean? I got to do adult stuff.
Grade papers. It was great. Which one of us is grading papers?
I have helped out my wife grade papers before, so
okay, fair enough.
Yes,
fair enough.
Yes.
I could see you in there just trying to help this dude out, like turn a D into an A or something.
Yeah. Oh. Close enough.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. All right, man. And like I said, you have a very outstanding cast here. We're not going to jump into the rest of these people. I will say that we can't get rid of J.K. Simmons. He's in all of our damn pods. You said it yesterday. This man's in everything, one way or another. So, just fantastic.
Yeah, and it's awesome every time. I mean, it's just no getting around that. It's awesome whenever we see J.K. Simmons.
But let's talk about just the really quickly, man. Just the look and the feel of the movie itself. Super quick. It's California. It's gorgeous. It's 2009. And what I love best about this is I would like to live in Lou Ferrigno's house.
I would leave the statue there too.
Oh, 100%, bro.
The statue would stay. The statue staying. I don't care what anybody says.
So I'm going to look at that every day and be like, I will never look this good. Right?
Right. But you, statue of Lou Ferrigno, will look like this forever. And that's fine.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, man. Let me go hop into the theme, and then I have a little quick game for you to wrap up the pod.
All right. I'm excited.
Theme of this movie, man, is there's a couple things. You doing everything in your power to make sure that your future wife, the person that you love, has the best day ever. This is also about finding yourself and finding, I guess, the inner you, right? All these things were in him, but, you know, actually bringing that out and unfolding those and being like, yo, I can be an amazing boyfriend, fiance, husband, but I also can be a guy as well and have guy friends and do guy things, and I can split time, right? In a very healthy way. And this movie definitely brings that to the center stage, man. And I actually recommend all couples, and if you're dating, if you're engaged, if you've been married for 1 to 50 years, doesn't matter, to watch this movie, because you will learn something and be able to appreciate each other. And women, ladies out there, you'll understand when we get ghosted for 9 hours with our guy friends, we're doing the dumbest things ever, okay?
Some of the funniest videos I watch is like ones that say, I wonder what he's out doing on Friday nights with his boys.
Yes.
And it's just like, they're just like hitting each other with bats or just acting stupid, just all by themselves. No girls around. It's just dudes, just being dudes and not caring.
Like, even if we're like out at like a bar or like a sports bar, restaurant or whatever, right? We're sitting there and we're just bullshitting for hours with each other, right? Like, it's just something that we can do. So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, man. So quick game here for you. We actually have not played this in over a decade now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna have 60 seconds. And we got to go back and forth with how many I love you bro names that we can come up with. Remember this?
Oh man, yeah.
All right.
Mean, it's been a while.
It's been a while. So we got in 10 seconds. We will start, okay? And I will lead off.
Okay.
I love you, bro Namath.
I love you, bro Chacho.
I love you, Al Brochino.
J.K. Bromans.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. That is really good there. Bro Montana. Boom. How about
Montana.
that?
Yeah, that's a good one. Lou Ferrig, bro.
Ooh, done. Done. Fire, man. All right, guys, that is our conversation about 2009's I Love You Man. Javi, probably a dumb question, but what did you think about this movie, man? How many buckets of popcorn do you give it?
This is one of my faves, dude. When you said, like, Paul Rudd movie, was this not the first thing I was like, I love you, man. That's it.
Yep.
This is one of my faves. I go back to it on a regular basis. You know, Rush as a bass player. Geddy Lee's one of my heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, all three of them are amazing musicians in general. This one definitely gets a 5 buckets for me. Every time I go back, it's just as funny as the first time I saw it. You know, you always see more and more of the little details that you missed.
Yeah.
From numerous watches. So that's gonna be a 5 for me, man. What about you?
Yeah, dude. This movie also gets 5 buckets of popcorn. It's definitely one of our favorites, my favorite, your favorite. It's got so much rewatchability, like you said. Like the characters are phenomenal. The supporting cast just outrageously hilarious. Andy Samberg as his gay younger brother, just ridiculously funny, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jon Favreau, he's even in there like, oh, Peter, I don't know the guy. Like, that's just hilarious to me, right? Like, he's
met like 19 times.
he's our buddy Hugs, right? He's our buddy Josh. I don't know the guy. Get the F out of my house, right? No, man, this movie is just a beautiful, hilarious story that I can just watch over and over and over again and be entertained every single time, brother. 5 buckets of popcorn. Might turn around and go watch it again tonight, man. It's that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode talking through I Love You Man. Next week, we'll be talking about The Replacements.
That is streaming on Amazon Prime.
I am Clyde Smith. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Laters on the Minjay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.